Um, everything
Right.
good?
Yeah, everything should be good. Just let me know whenever you're ready to read off.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm also going to try to make timestamps for notes. I have a little window open, but of course you can't see it.
I mean, if it would be easier, maybe notebook or something. Just like
Yeah,
physically write it down. It
that's
might
true.
be a little bit easier mentally
Mentally, yeah. Um,
rather than like
so
having to type it out.
yeah, that's fair. All right. I guess I'll start us off. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Welcome to Nightlight, late homies with the tan. Goodness, Dan and Tim featuring. I'm Tim and that's Dan. I
Dan,
butchered that.
Dan sucks. He's
Dude,
literally
it's
the worst.
9:48 at night, and it's been a very long 2 days, so forgive me.
Right.
I
It's
also was trying to somewhat
9:48
screw that up, but I screwed it up more than what I thought I would.
Good.
So
That makes one of us.
that makes one of us. Why not two of us?
One of two of us. That's a
Two
50%. That's an F. Dan, you failed us.
is better than one. What do you mean I failed you? I didn't fail you. I
You
didn't fail
failed me.
anyone.
You
All I know is
failed
that
me.
Mike's gonna laugh at that. He's gonna be like, hee hee, that's Dan, it's funny. And I can hear him laughing right now. So, but no, since we're doing video, I wanted to show you all the candle that I made from a few episodes ago. Hold on, I gotta pull up the thing to make sure that I can like actually see. Hey cat, stop. Hey, quit it. Butthead. Stop it. They
Oh,
like to scratch the chair.
does it like have the graphic and everything on it?
Yeah.
Does
I
it
don't
have
know
the
if you can see it.
names?
It does.
Huh.
Anyway, that's what it looks like. And then if you want to see what's on the inside, I don't know if you can see it, but no, you
No,
can't see on
it's
the inside.
you might be able to see it.
It just looks like a white candle with a burnt wick because I've used it before, but it smells really good. Really,
Yeah.
really good. Anyway, just thought I'd show you in case if you're curious.
No, I'm not a curious boy.
Not a curious boy at all. But do you want to know what I think you're curious about? There's one
What
thing I
do
know
you
you're very curious about.
what do you think I'm curious about, Dan?
Stinky Coke.
I'm a little curious about that.
Are you curious about Stinky Coke? Hey, you buttheads need to stop. Sorry, we're doing this live. I want to move my thing real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I have. Can you see that? I can't see.
No,
I don't.
it is
Anyway,
pitch black.
okay, that's fine. It's pitch black. I got cats back there, and they're being little buttheads trying to claw the chair up. Anyway, Stinky Coke. Right. Basically,
tell,
what happened?
tell me about
Basically,
Stinky Coke, Dan.
I will. I'll tell you all about the Stinky Coke. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I shouldn't have moved my camera in the first place. Does that look fine? Okay, that looks fine.
Yes, it's fine.
So I every other Wednesday night I get together with a bunch of people from my church and we have like a little Bible study, right? And the
Mhm.
leader was talking today. It was like our first time that we got back together, which was actually like really nervous. Laura and I were really nervous because we were scared that the baby would start. I said my wife's name. We were scared that our baby would start screaming because she's usually awake for like 2 hours and gets really, really fussy. And so we had her sleep until about 5, and then we fed her, and then we had to drive to um, the leader's house, which is about an hour. So from 5 to 6, we woke the baby up, fed her, and then got to the place. And then the thing is like 2 hours long. So then that's 3 hours in total that she would be up and not feed her. And so anyway, on the way home, she was screaming her lungs out. I felt really bad. But when we were talking with our leader, he was telling us about Stinky Coke. And he used to be like a youth group leader. And so they would have a bunch of those like crazy youth group games that someone might hear about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can literally type in youth group games. And there's some like pretty fun games out there. But there's this one he's had called Stinky Coke. And basically what it is, you get everyone, like you divide the youth group in a line. However, you want to do it like group 1 and group 2, but they're in a line. And then you give each one of them a Coke. And the goal is to drink the Coke, like chug it as fast as possible. Kind of like what we talked about with the sparkling water, right?
Ugh.
Yeah, except here's the thing. You chug the Coke and then, whatever happens, happens. Ha ha ha, that's so funny. But Stinky Coke, what you do is everyone takes off one sock.
Ah,
They put the sock over a new thing of Coke and then they have to drink it. But before they drink it, they pass it to the person next to them and they have to chug the Coke through their friends' sweaty socks.
Dude,
Stinky Coke.
I just want you to know that we had to do this
Did
at
you
youth
really?
group. Yeah. You know where it comes from?
No, I have no clue where it comes from.
It's the movie we watched it at youth group. It was the movie about the kid whose girlfriend is pregnant and he like turns to Jesus or whatever, but he also is like friends with this one kid that he never like really talked to as soon as he got to high school or whatever.
I have no clue
Trying
what
to
you're talking
remember the
about.
name of it. Ah,
I
it's
really don't
gonna
know. I'm sorry.
it's gonna kill me.
Okay,
I need
I
to look
guess
it up.
yeah, let me look it up. Stinky Coke movie. This is the end?
This is the end? No.
I don't know.
Uh,
Um 23 best films about cocaine. I mean, we could do that. No, I don't know. Cocaine Angel? Stink.
no.
Blow, Scarface, Boogie Nights, Pulp Fiction, Loving Pablo, Requiem for a Dream. I heard that movie is crazy, by the way. I haven't watched it yet.
It was like super popular back in the day.
Perks of Being a
Like
Wallflower. I don't know. Anyway,
Overcomer.
that's where I heard of Stinky Coke, and I've never heard of it before. But I hope someone tries that and sends me the video of it. Because imagine if you're at youth group or Bible camp or whatever it is, or just a camp in general, and you're playing that game, but you're playing it in the evening after dinner, and you've been sweating all day, so you have a sweaty, stinky sock, and you have to chug Coke through it. I feel like that's almost asking though for like staph infection of the mouth,
Yeah, no, it definitely is
like not
asking
safe.
for. But then
Because we're
again, Dan, I would take a staph infection from you. Call
thanks,
back
dude.
to the hot tub.
Because we were talking about like dangerous games to play. Because like the the leader of this group, he has like four boys, four older boys, but every Christmas they always just like do family fun games. That's just like a thing that they do, and we were talking about it a little bit. And he was saying that they used to do Chubby Bunny. Do you remember Chubby Bunny?
Yeah, where you like put marshmallows in your mouth and say chubby bunny until you can't say it no more.
Yeah,
Um,
but they banned that because people were actually dying from it because the marshmallows were like fused together and like get lodged in kids' throats and stuff. So they had to stop doing that. Did you find the movie?
yeah.
What's it called?
To save a life.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've heard of that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Like we did like an entire youth group study on that movie. Like when I first joined, it was 2009 is when it came out.
Jeez, it's a long time ago,
It was a long time ago. That's like 16 years ago.
dude. What's crazy to think is that it was that long ago, but it feels like it was only maybe 5 or 6 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's
I hate time like that, dude. Oh, it's so bad. Because I remember like when we were at the youth group and we would have like the lockdowns and stuff. Like that feels like it was only a few years ago, but that was like 2014, 2013, 2014. It was like over 10 years ago. It's crazy. I don't like that. Makes me feel way too old.
the boy who drank a Coca-Cola and it saved his life.
What? Did I tell you, Tim, that so yesterday is my birthday. For those of you that are listening, I won't tell you the day, but you can figure it out maybe. Yesterday is my birthday. And the day before, so 2 days ago, I was looking in the mirror because I check myself out every now and then, make sure I don't have pimples or anything. I saw one solid white beard hair, just one sticking out of my beard, and it made me feel very old. It wasn't like that, like
You'll get
kind
them.
of grayish thing. It was like
There's
old person white.
there's some old person white starting up in here.
Yeah,
You'll get them. You're 31.
I know, dude.
We're
It's weird.
we're working on it, brother.
We're working on it. My wife's making fun of me. She's like, 31. I'm like, shut up, you're coming.
31 salt and pepper.
Yeah, I'm gonna look good when I'm salt and peppered. Unless if I lose all my hair, then it's not gonna look very good.
That's fine. I'm already halfway there. Trust me, being bald can be hot too, Dan.
I mean, it can because I know that when I start to go bald, I will rock the bald look. I will make it work. I'm not worried about that. But I have long, luscious hair, but it's like the receding is really starting to
Dude, you're
hit.
gonna look
So
like Megamind with a Amish looking beard.
listen, dude, my head is not that big, but I have a big head, but it ain't that big. Come
What do they all
on.
say?
um, just a little thing. I want to say a little blurb just before we move on. Listeners, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Please check all the links and stuff down below. But we want your feedback. We want any feedback you have. You could literally say, hey, this is awesome. You could give it a thumbs up emoji. You could say, hey, you guys suck eggs. Stop. We don't care. We just want your feedback. So please
I
leave it.
mean,
Thank you.
I care. I care about the feedback and all that fun stuff. So tell me I suck eggs. I really want to hear it.
Well, yes, I'm saying we don't care what the feedback is, but we want the feedback. We just want to know. If you like it, awesome. If you think it sucks, well, sorry. This is it. It's only going to go uphill from here. Uphill, heel,
Uphill
I
from
can,
here.
uphill from here. There we go.
Yes, yes, it's only
Yes,
gonna go uphill. The
only
the
going to go
longer
uphill.
and the longer and longer we do this, the better and better it's gonna get.
Yes.
Um, with that
Speaking
being
of,
oh,
sorry, go ahead.
no, no,
No,
you
you
go
had the
ahead.
segue. You
Nope,
had the
nope.
segue.
I was gonna
I was going to say.
well, I lost my segue. Come on now. You
Go ahead, Tim.
no,
Segue us.
you cut me off and now I crashed and flipped and now I forget where I'm at.
Okay, well, I'll
You
segue us.
you dirty
Speaking
rat.
I don't remember what the segue is, so I'm just going to say it. Have you seen the recent like U.S. Department like Border Patrol and like ICE and stuff ads?
Dan, look in
What?
my notes.
Yes, I know. That's kind of why I'm leading up to it because I've been seeing them a lot recently, and they are fire.
Did
They
you
are
see the
so good.
I need you to click on that link there for me, Dan, real
I
quick and
did.
take a
I saw it. That's what like I've been seeing it the last few days. I saw one of regardless of what your political beliefs are, you got to admit these are actually kind of funny. I saw one of Trump like landing in Europe, and it was just so funny. Like the music that they were using and everything, I was like, this has to be AI. And then I clicked on the account. It's like the official, like
that
Donald Trump Facebook page or
dude,
whatever
for
it is.
me, I was scrolling through Facebook yesterday and the Department of Homeland Security or no, was it yesterday? No, it had to have been the day before. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. It was like right before we finished or right after we finished up our other podcast recording. And I scrolling through Facebook and I come across this reel and it's the Department of Homeland Security. And it's just ICE raids. And do you know what song they're playing, Dan? I know you know what song they're playing, Dan.
Pokemon, gotta
Gotta
catch
catch 'em
'em.
all.
I saw that.
It made me laugh. And then I was like, who the fuck is in control of the Department of Homeland Security's like real TikTok situation over there?
Like, I don't care which side of the
It's
aisle you're on. It's
crazy.
so funny. Like that is clever genius right there. That is so funny. You have to laugh at that.
Like honestly, I would compare it to I as you're looking in the notes over there, Dan. I
Mhm,
think it's on par with like a political cartoon or like the editorial cartoons that they used to put in newspapers
mhm. I
where they would
agree.
just like draw obscene political things.
Mhm,
Um like I part of me just like goes back to the like the big guy with the big head where he's like drinking all the stuff and like right in the middle of the pipe there's like a little crack and there's this like super skinny dude who looks like he
mhm.
hasn't had like but a morsel is like just taking the drips.
Yeah,
I would say it's on par with that
yeah.
kind of comedy
Like what you
slash
said,
humor.
whoever is in control of that definitely knows what they're doing, and they are doing
Mhm.
it very, very well.
Yeah,
I
no
saw
they
one. I posted. I don't know what it is. I have to watch it again. Hold on, let me just put it up and then mute this so it doesn't come through. But I posted one in my notes as well. Oh, it's the border is secure, and it's like the Tokyo drift song. It's a icy or it's a border patrol agent throwing rocks at metal and it goes
no
ding, ding,
no
ding, 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 and it's just so good, dude. Some of these are hilarious. We'll put them in the notes for you if you want to watch them.
No, I'm
But
not putting them in the
oh,
notes.
you definitely should put them in the notes. They're gold, dude. Anyway, you can literally just look up any of like the U.S. Border Patrol or Homeland
Okay.
Security and see these ads. They have to be some of the best ads I've seen recently, minus the Amazon ads, because those will actually always be goaded.
Mhm.
But dude, I don't know who's, like I said. I mean, I've said it like four or five times, but I don't know who's in control. But they are doing the Lord's work right now. They are making some
They're
banger ads,
they're out
banger
there
memes. They
cooking,
really are.
brother.
They really, really are. Do you want to hear more poop chronicles?
I would love to hear Poop Chronicles because I have something I would love to segue into after the Poop Chronicles.
Good, 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 good. So this one isn't crazy. It's not like, you know, the most hilarious thing ever, but it was a lot of poop. Um, Before I go into it, though, I will say this: Costco diapers, like, I'm sorry, they suck. They're terrible. If you have a baby, or you're gonna have a baby, or you know someone that has a baby, do not get them Costco diapers. They are really, really bad. I found out that that's the reason why my daughter's been blowing out so much. Remember that one night I told you about where she blew out like 3 or 4 times in the span of a few hours?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's because we were using Costco diapers, and they just don't lock in the flavor like they should. So anyway, Poop Chronicles. My
the
wife, what?
the flavor.
Yeah, the flavor. My wife, she was this morning. She had the baby on her legs, like will kind of lean against the couch and then like prop your legs up and then have her like lean against her legs just so like she's not on her back all the time. And she was just kind of bouncing her, and we just heard this wet fart. And wet fart really isn't that big of a deal. Usually just means, oh, she pooped a little bit, but it was like, like it sounded like something was coming out. So I was like, okay, just put her down or whatever. Sometimes, dude, it's pretty bad. And other times it's silent but deadly. I will say that. But this time she gave us a little bit of a warning. And so we put her down on the little pee pads that we have. I told you about that already. And I take off
Mhm.
her diaper. There was not a single centimeter of white. She pooped so much that the diaper couldn't absorb any more poop. And it was just like, I had to be careful to not like let it fall out of the diaper when I was taking it to the trash can. There was so much poop. It was like,
That is
it was like a,
disgusting.
it was like a river of poop, dude. It was really gross. I've never seen that much. It was like a little pool of it. I don't know how she did it. To be fair, I don't think she really pooped for like a day and a half. So it was a lot of build up. But that was I told my wife I've never seen that much poop come out of a human before, especially a baby. It was so much poop.
Dude, that's so gross.
It was very gross. But
Speaking of gross and poop, Dan,
yeah,
did you hear about the 30-year-old or the 32-year-old teacher's assistant who got arrested for using a poop spray in his high
no,
school that he worked at?
no,
So apparently this dude was just like he ordered this like spray that mimics the smell of feces,
okay,
like poop, and
sure.
I guess he was just like spraying it around the school and with like malicious intent, and he got arrested for it.
Why would you do that? Why would anyone want to do that?
What? Spray poop smell around?
Well, like, don't get me wrong. I know that there are
He's
some.
32. He probably thought it was hilarious.
Well, I think that there's a difference between like because you have the super bad smell sprays or whatever, not just like the poop sprays, but like you have different scents and stuff, and like someone might just do it in someone's room for like a little prank, but then not do it again. But if you're spraying it all
Mhm.
over the school, that's not funny.
Well, it was so bad that the school was they were calling in technicians to check out like their pipes to see if there was like a gas leak or
Oh
anything like that.
shoot!
It was that bad, and I guess was a parent that had stated that the poop spray had caused her kid to have a couple of asthma flare-ups as well too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I've never heard of a teacher doing that. I've heard of some crazy teacher stories. Like I knew this one kid at my school that actually like went on to be a high school teacher and had like an affair with a student. But I didn't know that there was teachers going around doing something as stupid as like spraying poop sprays or like a poop scent, thinking it's
Dude,
funny.
I think I would take a teacher spraying poop spray over having an affair with a student.
I agree. I agree. But that is still like one of those weird things. I don't know. I just feel like that's not very humorous. I feel like if you had a brain, you wouldn't do that. Or if you were going to do it, you just did it in one person's room and that's it. You don't do it all over the school.
Yeah. I'm dude.
That's funny though. A poop spray. I almost want to send you some poop spray.
You shut up, Dan. I'm
Come
not
on.
taking your not taking your poop spray. Oh, another poop thing. I can
What?
segue into 2 different things. What ha what happens to our poop, Dan?
What do you mean?
What happens to it? Where does it go?
Well, I mean, it goes out my anal cavity, if that's what you
Yeah.
mean, into the
Yeah,
toilet,
and then after that, where does it go?
into the septic tank.
Yeah, and then after that.
It gets churned. Well, I mean, depending on like when you get your septic tank drained, it gets churned up into a liquid and then pumped into the truck.
Mhm. And then what do they do with it after that?
I actually don't know. I would assume because it's technically considered a hazardous waste, I'd assume that they just,
Like, what happens to all of our poop? Like, everybody's pooping.
yeah, everyone's pooping, obviously.
There is a lot of poop in this world. Like, everybody's
Yeah.
been pooping and pooping for as long as people have been around, people have been pooping.
Well, I mean, this might sound actually kind of gross, but they might actually do something with it because if it's like mostly liquid and like I know this is gross. It's kind of making me sick. But if like you have someone drain your septic tank and it's mostly like liquidy, I really do think that they must do something in terms of like fertilizer. Like I doubt that they just dispose of it all, but they probably use it or like combine it with some stuff like small quantities and whatnot for like a fertilizer because feces is like a type of fertilizer, not by itself. Like you need to mix it with dirt and whatnot, but I feel like that they would do something like that, right? No,
I don't know, dude. Like, I
I feel like so.
know I think they, like, go to a landfill or whatever and, like, drop it off, but, like, what happens to it after it's been dropped off at the landfill? Like, where do they put all this poop? There's gotta be a lot of poop.
Oh, yikes. After you flush, all right, I'm going to read this. This is just a Google AI overview. So if I'm wrong, this is Google wrong, not me. I'm just reading it. After you flush, your poop travels through the sewer system to a wastewater treatment plant or a septic tank in rural areas where it is cleaned. In a treatment plant, the waste is separated into treated water and a solid waste or a solid material called sludge. The treated water is then safely released into rivers or oceans, while the sludge can be used as fertilizer to produce energy. In some unsewered areas, human waste may be discharged directly into a pit or a body of water. So I was kind of right. They use the poop or like the sludge or whatever it's called for energy or for manure or something or for fertilizer or something like that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of poop.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also a lot of people that need food, and there's a lot of energy use cases. You know, they probably burn the sludge. They could probably burn it. It probably doesn't smell good, but if it produces heat, why not?
I mean, I guess.
That's a good question, though. I mean, if we have someone that listens to the
Well,
podcast, then they want to send us a quick little blurb saying what it is because you actually work at like a water treatment plant, then that'd be cool.
yeah, that would be dope. Like, just
Um,
film what happens in your daily life or whatever. Like, if you're able to, like, get in your workplace with a camera, if that's even possible or something, and
yeah.
just show us how you clean the poop.
I mean, it sounds like it's either discharged or it's used for fertilizer or to produce energy. So, I mean, there could be other things to it, but we can
But,
watch a
like,
4 minute and 44-second video on journey of your poo, hot sewage is treated, or how sewage is treated.
do you wanna watch a 4-minute video, Dan,
I really don't.
and talk over it?
No, I really don't,
That's kind of what I thought.
because I want to actually kind of segue
'Cause
into how I almost passed out a porta potty.
dude, this is just a poop exclusive
This really
episode.
is. I
That's
mean, it's
probably
just so easy to talk about.
that's probably what this episode's gonna be named, Poop exclusive. A poop
Poop
exclusive
exclusive.
with Dan
Yeah. So
and Tim.
when I was younger, I played soccer, right? Um, for us Americans, it's soccer, but for the rest of the world and for myself, it's
Mm,
football, but soccer for this sake. And they had this thing every summer where they had like what was it called? It was almost just like a development camp. Like only the people that like really wanted to learn how to play better or like learn whatever position, whatever. Like they would go here just to get better. It was like
mhm.
training during the off season. And I was there once. I didn't really like it because a lot of the kids that were there were actually just like really mean. They were like what were they? They were like the wannabe like popular high school kids, but they weren't really cool. They were just really mean. I don't know if that makes any sense. I mean,
That makes sense.
uh, yeah. And so there was one time where I was there, and my stomach started to hurt, and they only had porta potties there, and it was a really hot summer day. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go. And as I'm in there, I was like, okay, it's really hot in here, but I had like diarrhea. I don't know why. It must have just been like a mixture of like what I ate that day, and like I was running a lot, so everything just probably got churned up, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I have diarrhea. And I'm like, okay, I should be good. And I'm still sitting there and I'm still sitting there. And I'm like, why am I not standing up? My stomach like kept hurting. Like it started to hurt more after I let everything go. And I was like, dude, I must have like some sort of bug or something. I was in that hot porter potty for 35 minutes trying to push out the last bit of whatever it was. More would come out. Then I think I would feel better. And then 2 seconds later, I'd feel bad again. Like my body was super producing diarrhea for like 30 minutes, dude. I was in that porta potty and I almost passed out because it was so hot in there. By the time I got out, it felt like it was 20 degrees outside because it felt so good.
Dude, that's fucked.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't think I've had the poops that bad, not at home before ever or since.
Good.
So don't
I
like if you're not feeling good, do not go into a porta potty when it's hot to let it go. Like you need to find a proper bathroom so you don't almost pass out in a nasty porta potty because it
oh,
stunk too. So I'm in there breathing in feces and
well,
I
yeah,
feel like I
because
want to pass out. Yeah, it was bad.
those things get cooking, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Like, you don't get into a porta potty on a hot day.
No, you don't do it. I can tell it from firsthand experience. It's not worth it. It would be better for you to poop your pants and to live with the shame than it would be to go into a porta potty when it's hot outside and cook. Just saying.
Yeah, that sounds accurate, more
Mhm,
accurate.
mhm. Lore accurate, really.
Lore accurate.
Do you want to keep talking about poop, Tim, or do you want to actually talk about Tylenol?
Yeah, we can talk about why your mom took a lot of Tylenol during her pregnancy, during your birth.
Risen with the tism, bro. But no, I find it interesting that, and I haven't looked into this at all. Like I thought that it would be better just to kind of give first reactions and actually look into this. I didn't look into it, so everything that I say is coming from just a thought process. But I don't believe that Tylenol in and of itself is the reason to blame for children developing or however that works autism. I don't think that's right.
No, I'm pretty sure it's literally just genetics.
I was going to say, isn't it just genetics mostly?
I'm pretty sure because you get people with autism having kids and passing that genetic trait down to their kids, and then it just keeps going and going and going until the autism is just diluted.
um, so autism doesn't have a single cause. It is the result of a complex. I'm so sorry, I cannot speak tonight. Forgive me, please. It is a result of a complex mix of genetics and environmental factors. So I guess there's a lot of things that play into it, but I don't believe that just Tylenol in and of itself is the cause of it. I really do believe, like, if we're talking about causes of autism, of course it can just happen, right? But if you look at, hold on, I want to say it was like the 1970s or something like that. I watched the Charlie Kirk Memorial, and Bobby Kennedy went up, and I think it was Bobby Kennedy or it was Trump. I don't know. One of them were talking about how like back in the 60s or the 70s, it was like 1 in 1,000 kids would be born with autism or like would have developed whatever autism. But now it's
Mhm.
like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 or something like that. Those
I thought it
numbers
was
could be
1 in 7.
maybe it's 1 in 7. Those numbers could be a little shaky, so like don't quote me on it. But I fully believe that a major factor as to why kids are developing that or getting it or whatever the term would be is because the food that we have in America is so bad.
Well, I mean, I don't think only Americans are autistic.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not Americans. I'm just saying if you look at the food and like the ingredients that were allowed back then compared to what we have in our food now, it's just like a direct correlation.
I mean, to
I,
be
I
fair,
think. I think.
there's also a lot more testing for autism going on than was back then. Because back
That's
then,
true.
um, if you were, like, mentally ill, you just dealt with it and you wouldn't get tested. Like, I know for sure there was a lot of depressed people that would go living life without getting evaluated by a psychiatrist or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, it's just the ability to be tested for it, I think, has
Hmm.
risen. So, I don't know.
Well, actually, okay, so I'm looking at autism rates by country in 2025, and it's an interactive map that you can like hover over.
Mhm.
And the United States has 1,050 per 100K people with autism. Canada has, this is all like out of 100,000. Canada has 1,070. Japan has the most with 1,450. So I mean, maybe it could be more than just what I thought. I mean, I still think it could be food that leads to it, but maybe it could also be something along the lines of like medication, just in general.
Yeah, that
Uh,
is definitely a possibility. Where
uh,
is Korea?
South Korea is actually tied with Japan at 1,450 per 100K. So I mean, it could be that, or I mean, it could also just be technology in general. Like if you think about it, like all the blue light and stuff, because I know blue light is bad for you. Like
I'm
maybe that could be a part of it.
I don't know.
Because Japan and South Korea are very technologically heavy people. So, I mean, maybe that could be part of it. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of things that could play into it. You know, everything from food to technology to medication. There's probably other things to it, like, I don't know, lack of exercise, even, or I don't know, lack of reading. I know that's a really stupid thing to say, but I mean, it could be something that I don't think that the White House coming out to say just Tylenol.
I
Again,
don't I
I
don't
haven't read it, so I don't know, but
I don't think it would be like technology or anything like that because I mean if you look at Argentina and Chile, they're both almost on par with America.
that's true.
And I don't know if they're as like technologically advanced or have a lot of technology in their country
I
or
more so
access to technology.
That's fair. I think I more so mean though in lines of like screens and stuff, I think is what I'm trying to say. But again, like I said, that could be like a super far-fetched, just like really dumb thing. Like you could be listening and being like, Dan, what are you talking about? But I mean, technology has become so especially like mostly when I say technology, I mean like staring at a screen is more so what I mean. But technology has become such a staple in America in life in general that I think that it kind of goes without to say. Like I know that like especially with your phone like phones give off a small bit of radiation. What if that's something? You know what I mean? Like if the wife or the woman is on her phone a lot when she's pregnant and the phone is like close to the stomach, I don't know, like I'm putting on like a tinfoil hat a little bit. I guess I'm more so just trying to say like, what if there's other things than just Tylenol? Because I don't know if like that's really it. Again, I'd have to read into it. I am talking out of my butt, so could be
Well,
that.
like I said, I think it's an amalgamation of just genetics, people reproducing, like autistic people reproducing, because autism is a spectrum. We
That
have
is
to
true.
look at it that way. You have your high functioning autists, you have your low functioning autists.
Hmm.
Um, and I think just the fact that we're actually testing for it more now versus back in the 70s and 80s, um, I don't know. And if you look at countries like or um, continents like Africa or Asia or Europe or anywhere like that, I mean, granted, United Kingdom or Ireland, I mean, I just
Yeah.
don't think they're testing as much for it there. Like Mexico
Yeah.
says that it's 750 per 100K or Kazakhstan is 903 per 100K. I think it's just they're not testing as much.
That's very fair. And that could be a very true factor to it. I won't deny that. And it could also be that, like, in terms of what
Or I'm
quote unquote,
completely wrong and it's just Tylenol.
but in terms of like quote unquote what autism is, it could be that like there is a more there's like a larger spectrum now than back in the day, kind of like what you said. So technically speaking, we all maybe could have like it could have been the same from the 60s or 70s till now, but now we're just testing it more and we know more about it. So that means that like, oh well, he might have like a very, very tiny form of autism. Like one of my good friends, he has like a slight form of autism. And like you wouldn't really know when if you talk to him. It's only when you like really get to know him and like some of his mannerisms and stuff. Um, but like, would you consider him to be on the spectrum in terms of like autism rates? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's interesting though. I am interested to see what's like I said, I haven't read it. I'm gonna read it, but the findings. But I'm interested to see what they're gonna do because I also know that Bobby Kennedy is like doing a lot when it comes to our food and stuff. So interested to see that too.
Yeah. Um, I'd really honestly think back to like the Will Smith quote, not about autism, but more or less for like racism and racism in America, where he stated that America has not gotten inherently more racist over the years. It's just we have easier access to cameras and the ability to just post it online whenever
Hmm.
it's seen. So
Yeah, because a lot. Of, sorry.
just having the access to being able to test for it or being able to um yeah, just the access of being able to test for it, I think is just more apparent now than back then.
Yeah, because it is true. Back then, you didn't have cameras, or you had people that just wouldn't say anything about anything, whether that be racism or medical stuff, whatever it is. So, I mean, I think that that's a very true thing. That, yeah, it's just literally could be because we're testing it more now. We're starting to realize, oh, well, autism has always been there. So,
Yeah.
that's a very fair point. I can see that. I can agree with that.
Oh, dude,
When,
according to this map, New Zealand is number 6 on the autism scale.
oh, that means Harris has got it.
Yep,
Well, I don't know,
Harris has
actually.
got it.
Well, who cares? He's down under. That's all the same. Australia, New Zealand's all the same, right?
Well, guess what?
What?
Australia is more autistic than New Zealand
That is true.
by 20 more
20.
people per 100,000.
I wonder how true this is. I don't know how true this is.
I don't know.
Singapore has the highest autism rate per 100K, 1,460. And then
All I'm
South Korea,
saying
Japan, Brunei. Wow.
all I'm saying is that this is the website that says that Finland is more free than America, so I don't trust it.
Not to go down that and like debate stuff, but like how do you measure freedom of a country?
By personal freedoms and economical freedoms is how they, described it in their, overview.
But
So,
I feel like that's kind of subjective though, because what they might see as a freedom might not be a
yeah,
freedom in my eyes.
like, just because I have the ability to use child slavery, does that make me more free than you if you don't use child slavery?
Yeah. I mean, like, well, I mean, I'll mention it. Like the whole idea with like weapons and firearms and guns and stuff. It's like
That's a hot
if you,
topic.
it is a hot topic. I'll talk to people about it because I'm pretty confident in the whole thing. But if like Finland allows people to have weapons, does that make them more free or less free? Because some people
Yeah,
might argue less free because then you have weapons and that is not necessarily freedom because what if you get shot by one? You know what I mean? Like some people would probably argue against that, but I would argue that that makes you more free because that means that there's less laws against what you can or can't do in terms of something as simple as just owning a weapon.
yeah.
But again, we won't get into that. That's something that maybe we'll start like late night with the homies political edition or something like that.
Or late night with politics,
Late night with politics, yeah. That'd be fun.
and then it'll
I
just
get
be Dan ranting about his gun rights.
I don't rant about my gun rights, but I do like that we have them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, I like that we have them too.
I think that it's important for us to have them, mostly because of the Second Amendment. I'm going to get into it a little bit. Mostly because the Second Amendment states that like you have them in case if the government turns tyrannical, and that is more important than I think really anything. Because if the government turns tyrannical, um, and you don't have a way to defend yourself, then you guys are screwed. So I think that's more important than some of these things that people talk about. Oh, what about gun violence and stuff? And it's like if someone wanted to kill someone, they would find another way to kill people. Like if someone's really that hateful and really that violent, they're gonna find other ways to kill people. So
Yeah.
uh, a w- banning a weapon is not going to cause someone to. It's not banning weapons is not going to allow someone to not cause harm. They're still going to find a way to cause harm. Guns just make it easier, but we have an amendment that protects our rights to use it in case if the government goes sour, which there's always a possibility for that. So
Yeah.
anyway, enough about that. If you didn't like that, I'm very sorry. We usually try to not talk about politics, but I get a little fired up, especially with recent events that have happened. So
Well, we just got danceled.
yeah, we
That's
just got
like a
canceled.
that's my new term for canceled, but Dan did
Danceled.
it to us.
So speaking of danceled, you know who should get danceled?
Who?
Epic Games, because their launcher is absolute dog crap.
Why is their launcher dog crap, Dan?
Dude, have you ever tried to launch it and actually like use it?
I'm launching it right now.
Well, here's the thing. The one time that I remember a few times I've launched it, right? Because I
Mhm.
always check for like the free games. I will admit, Epic Games is really good with like giving away free games and all that stuff.
Mm.
Because sometimes they're actually really good games. Like I have probably like 200 games in my library, and maybe 50 of them are really solid titles. But there have been times to where I forget to like close it down, or I don't go into the settings to turn off, hide in the background. And that launcher takes up so many resources. It chugs my games because my games are trying to run, but then the launcher's up, and as soon as I close the launcher, the game runs fine.
Hmm.
It really is it's
Are
not a
you
good launcher.
are you sure your game isn't chugging because you like launch Epic and then it starts updating Fortnite
No, I'm certain of it. Like I
or
remember,
like updating games that you have installed?
yeah. So I don't remember what game it was, but I remember specifically I was playing a game and the game was chugging. And I thought to myself, why is it chugging so bad? Like, I've never had problems with this game. I just remember having a really, really hard time. It was running like sub 30. And I said,
Hmm.
what's going on? So I went and checked the processes and I saw that the Epic Games launcher was up. And I said, oh, that's probably it. And I closed it. Game started running fine. Never had another problem.
Hmm.
And it wasn't updating. Like, I remember clicking on it and it said nothing was updating. It was just the launcher being open.
I mean, that could also be a possibility of you feeling the age of your CPU.
I mean, that is true. But at the same time, my CPU is not garbage. It's still pretty good because I can run other
Mm.
things just fine. And it runs fine. But for whatever reason, when I had that launcher up, it killed that game. Again, I know I'm being kind of vague because I don't remember specifically what it is. I remember the game was chugging really hard when the launcher was open. Close the launcher, game running fine. Hadn't had problems since.
Mm.
Sorry, my mouth is a little dry.
Because I know I personally have the same processor as you on that front,
Oh
unless you
yeah,
upgraded over the years.
no, I saw
Um,
the
the
what is it, the 27?
2700X.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're a little bit dated, Dan.
a little bit, but I mean, most things still run just fine. Like if I'm running like a really graphically intensive game, I'll notice it. But I mean, that's mostly due to the graphics card because I have a 2060. Like I can run things pretty well, and I can do a lot of stuff without the computer like freaking out. So it whatever's going on with the Epic Games Launcher though is just not good. But I also know that what's his name, Donald Mustard, who's like the CEO of Epic. I think it's Mustard.
Mustard.
um, he's come out to say like, "Oh yeah, we know that the launcher is dog crap. We know it's really bad, and we're trying to fix it." But that was a
Mm.
while ago, and it still is not good in my opinion.
Still poopy.
Still poopy. Let me know if you like it or not, because I think it's. I don't know. I don't like it. I only open it up to get the free games, and then I instantly shut it down to make sure it's not running in the background.
What?
because they do have some really good games in there, like I said. But
Going on here.
what is going on here? I kind of miss playing Shadow of War. I like Shadow of
Ooh,
Mordor. Those were goated games.
those are some go-to games. Speaking of which, I after this podcast have to go check my email with Humble Bundle.
Oh, what do they have?
Grant sent me a gift of the Skywars saga. English. It's my first language. The Skywars saga
What's that?
or Star Wars saga. Wow, I am. It is
Tim.
bedtime for sure. I am over here. Does anyone else smell burnt toast?
Why is my left arm numb? Am I having an
Mm.
aneurysm?
It feels like that. I'm
That's
not gonna
funny.
lie.
That's funny.
Um, the Star Wars Lego collection or whatever
Oh, that's actually cool. Those games are really good back in the day. Like
well,
the ones on,
they're still
like
good.
they are still good. Well, the older ones are good. The newer ones I don't think are that good. Like the
Mm.
Skywalker saga or whatever it's called. I tried that, didn't like it.
It's the same game, just with updated graphics.
Nah, there was too much change to it. It felt like just take me back to like the Star Wars where it was on like the Wii or the GameCube or something like that. Whereas like the 1 through 6 or whatever, like that one was goated. It's so basic, and I think that's what I like about the old ones is that they were basic enough to where I didn't feel like I had to do all this extra stuff. I could just play the game, unlock the characters, get the studs, move on. Do you feel like Tim, and this is something that I've thought about actually quite a lot, and it's one of those things to where I don't understand it. So I want to ask you, why do you feel like games are becoming too complex nowadays?
Complex as in how? Like,
Like complex as in like there's sometimes way too much to do. And instead of just being like a simple go here, do this, have fun, like an old Star Wars game or just like an old game that we used to play, like, I don't know, people liked Crazy Taxi, I think, The Simpsons Hit and Run, just like super basic games like that. There wasn't a lot to it, but it was fun. Like, do you think that there's something wrong with games nowadays? Because they seem like they have way too much in it.
yeah, I think the open world craze hit a little bit too hard. Um, like I mean, Rockstar definitely is able to cook up some good stuff. Um, but when it comes to everyone else trying to capture that same lightning in a bottle, it is definitely not there.
Hmm.
I'd be able to say confidently. Um, but yeah,
So,
it just feels like everything is taken the Far Cry route
yeah, yeah.
with like the you have to go here and hit this tower to unlock this portion of the map, and then you have like 17 million side quests in this little area to do. And it's
Hmm.
just very repetitive and you feel like you played it over and over and over again.
So let me hit you with another question then. Do you
Yeah.
feel like some games in terms of an open world are good? Like for example, if you compare something like an RPG like The Witcher or Skyrim or something like that to Far Cry, do you think that some of them are good and some of them are bad, or that there's just too much to do in all of them and that it's just like why do it?
You have unfortunately chosen 2 games that I have not played as your reference.
Well, play them real quick and then get back to me.
Um, no, I don't think I will.
Okay. You should play Skyrim though. It's a good game.
I don't think I will.
And The Witcher. The Witcher 3 is a goated game. That game is
The
so good.
The Witcher 3 is on my back catalog of games to play.
Oh, it's so good. Tim, you have to play that and just play it on easy and bum rush all the stories. They are so good. Like there's like the main campaign, right?
Yeah.
But then in that, the overarching main campaign, you go through different like mini campaigns, if you will.
Mhm.
There's one that you go through kind of early on. I think it's like the second big one that is so freaking good.
Oh, is it the
Anyway,
bathhouse one that you were streaming on Twitch once?
that's a story that I can tell you once we finish this. But yes, no, that's later in the game. But no, the my question, I guess, still kind of stands in terms of like, did you ever play Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Nope. I have not touched any of the Assassin's Creeds.
Okay, so I guess it's like when you look at something like Far Cry, it's kind of the same thing. Like you do this and you do that, and then there's not really anything different, right? Especially
Mhm.
among all the Far Cry games. Like Far Cry 3 was really good. But Far Cry in and of itself, it's like there's so much to do in that game, and it's just not fun after a while, right?
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. But then you play something like an Assassin's Creed, like Black Flag, that game is goated. Or you play something like a Skyrim or like a Witcher, and the world just sucks you in so much that you want to keep playing it. So then I'm okay with having all that stuff. But I feel like there are too many games nowadays where they try to add all of this content in it just to keep you playing, but it's a
Mhm.
single player game where like wasn't like Assassin's Creed Valhalla like a 200-hour campaign or something like that?
I think so.
It was something crazy, and it's like, why make a game that big and then add all the side crap when I just want to play the game? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I just want a game where I
Like a
want
Jack and Daxter.
yeah, like a Jack and Daxter, like a Spyro, like something like that. That's a good comparison. Like we have so many games nowadays that are like the Far Cries, the Witchers, the Skyrims, just super deep immersive games. But what if I just want something kind of like a Jack and Daxter? They're not really making those anymore. Or like a Ratchet and Clank. They're not really making those anymore, but they're so much fun.
Well, that's because the big companies aren't making them anymore. But there are definitely people making those kind of games still probably. I mean, you just have to look for those indie titles though.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I keep forgetting that like indie is a thing. It's just
Indie's
hard.
better than AAA in my opinion, all the
I
time.
will agree. I will agree. There's very few AAA games that I think are like top tier, quality,
Mhm.
but no, I guess it's fair. Like you have the indie devs, you have other devs that are doing other things. I think it's just kind of hard when you have all these AAA titles and it's just nothing but like even the Spider-Man games. Like I really liked the Spider-Man games, but they had the main campaign and then they had, oh, you have to go find I don't know, you have to go fight all these crimes, just little tiny side missions. Oh, and then you have to go take pictures of this and then oh, you have to go find this note. And then oh, you have to go do this and then oh, you have to go do this and it's like 100% in the game is like a chore at that point, or just playing the game is a chore at that point because if you want to go through the campaign, you then have to do all this side stuff to make sure you get enough experience. So then you learn these certain things. So then you level up, and it's just like again, what if I just kind of want the smaller thing? I feel like a lot of bigger games nowadays are just kind of evolving into that do
Yeah.
everything open world rather
That's
than like here's a good story, just enjoy it.
that's kind of what I'm feeling right now when I'm going through Borderlands 4. Um,
Oh, you
it,
got it.
yeah, one of my friends picked it up for me for my birthday,
Nice.
and I've been playing it a little bit here and there, and it just seems like it is too open world for me to want to actually like jump in and try and tackle some stuff. Like I feel like I need to hop on YouTube and watch like a let's play or something on how to go and do these items versus like Borderlands 2.
Mm-hmm. That
Borderlands
one was
2
goaded.
will always be goated for me. It is literally the pinnacle of Borderlands.
That's what everyone
Cause
says.
because like you go from Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, like the story from Borderlands 1 was it was okay. It was eh. Um, but like it got enough people to like it to where they made a second one. And then that just like generational leap from Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2 was just like mind blown. Like, I don't know. And then like you go from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, and it's kind of like, okay, you saw what you did with Borderlands 2. You upgraded the graphics a little bit and called it good. And now they went through and they were like, how can we make Borderlands open world and suck?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of negative things about it.
All I'm saying is the CEO of that company can go chug paint.
Mm, we do like a good paint chugger.
Oh, my arms are so sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if your arms are sore, do you want me to tell you about the time I think I caused my brother to gain dyslexia?
How do you cause someone to gain dyslexia, Dan?
I know that was a really funny way of saying
You
it.
tell me. Tell
So
me how
when
you
I
like
was
it.
younger, and I lived in Florida, right?
Mhm.
And this was like back in like the 90s to where like after I was born, my dad went back to work and then my mom got pregnant and then she was living at home with me, raising me while she was pregnant. My dad was working because that's just, that's how things
Right.
are, right? There's no
That's
like
what you do.
paternity leave. Yeah. No paternity leave, nothing like that. No helping out. And so my mom, she would take me outside around the house. We would play in the backyard. She would do things to kind of keep me entertained. And there was one day where I really wanted to play baseball. And the only thing we had was a wiffle ball, like the ball with the holes or whatever.
Mhm.
And my mom was pitching to me and I was hitting the ball. There's one time she threw it to me and I hit it. And I hit that ball so hard it went straight into her stomach where
T
my baby brother was.
Tylenol
I
doesn't
think
cause autism, Dan does.
I cause autism. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but for some reason there was one day, like my brother found out that he had dyslexia. He has daily sex, right? Dyslexia. And I was thinking like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And then for some reason, I thought of that one time where I hit the wiffle ball into the stomach of my mother when she was pregnant, and I'm like, I wonder if I hit it just right, and it hit him in the head or something like that, just right to where it caused that
You hit the
deficiency.
dyslexia into him?
Yeah, I hit the dyslexia into him, the daily sex. Yeah,
Mm.
wouldn't that be crazy if like his whole life he's had problems reading just because I hit a wiffle ball into him when he was in utero?
Have have you ever told him this story yet, Dan?
I don't think so.
Dude, you need to show him the podcast.
I'll tell him next time.
Nah, show him the podcast and
I don't want to show
let
him the podcast. I'm not
let
showing
him
any of my family this.
hear it from the horse's mouth while you're not in the room.
Nah, dude. I'm not showing anyone in my family this.
Dude, I'll show it. I'll send it straight to him, dude.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could. I don't care, but I'm not doing it. It's more
Be
so
like,
just a
"Yo,
fun
check
thing
this
to do.
out. Dan gave you dyslexia.
Then
Go
give you
beat him
daily
up."
sex.
That's an odd way to I hate it. I
Come
hate
on,
it.
you don't hate it. It's not that bad. It's
No,
pretty
I
good.
love it. I think it's hilarious.
Thank you, thank you. There's also the time when I was in Florida. This was again in the 90s, so like there wasn't a lot of laws. Um, my parents would get a Christmas tree, and because we had a huge plot of land, it was probably like a good acre and a half back then. It's actually kind of fun when I went down to
As
Florida in
opposed to an
April.
acre and a half nowadays.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just saying like in general because nowadays like if you try and buy anything, it's not on like land. It's on like a plot. You know what I mean? Like a little tiny plot rather
Mhm.
than like a decent sized. Anyway, it was actually kind of funny because when I went down to go visit my grandfather and stuff back in April, we actually drove by the house that I like grew up in. It looks like a drug dealer's house now.
Well, it
But I was
probably
like, oh
is.
my gosh, like, dude, I remember all of this stuff. I remember the layout of the house, everything. Anyway, um, they would take the Christmas tree when the Christmas season was over, and they would invite all their friends over, and they would put the Christmas tree in the backyard, and they would of
Mhm.
course like make sure that they had like hoses and stuff ready. They wouldn't even need to pour gas on it. They would just light a match, flick the match in the tree, and it would just go and just ignite. And the thing was, my dad when he got a Christmas tree, it was like a 10 to 12 foot Christmas tree. He
Mhm.
would go big and they would just light this dried, sap filled tree just instantly with a one match and just in the backyard, dude. And my dad would say, yeah, the flames would go like 25, 30 feet high. They were scared about the trees in the backyard and all this stuff. Yeah, dude, they were living life on the edge. And I remember watching it as a kid. And that was, if you've never done that before, don't do it, but do it because it's actually really fun to watch that stuff. That thing just lights up like a firecracker.
Ah,
Yes, a
eh,
firecracker.
that was a
I'm
beautiful
sorry.
story, Dan.
Thank you, dude. My mouth is so dry. I don't know why.
Couldn't be from all that water you're drinking.
No,
That'll
dude.
keep it wet.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I think I'm just dehydrated. Today was a weird day. So,
Yeah.
do you have anything else you want to go through?
Um, for this episode, probably not.
Okay. Because
I think.
I want to. I mean, we still got just a few seconds, so we can either end it here or we can talk about business ideas.
It's up to you. Do you
You
want
know
to end
what?
it here? Or do you want to talk about business ideas?
Let's end it here. We'll leave a little thing, a little cliffhanger for the next
Oh, yeah.
episode.
Little cliffhanger for the next episode.
Hmm.
So, where in the world is Carl Bushby?
Carl Bushby.
Yo, the Bushby Watch is back on.
The Bushby Watch. Where is he now? I have this basically saved in my history.
Yeah, that should be.
Let's see. This is actually really hard to. I need to find a live tracker. On the go solo. Oh, is this where he's at? Updated September 5th. So I think we updated that last time. Okay, so where is he right now? As of September 16th. Bushby reported a short reel on Facebook on the 16th, letting everyone know he just arrived in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Yeah, I think that's where we were
Yeah,
at last time.
yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see
Dude,
if I can go
Bushby
to
needs
this.
to update his YouTube or TikTok more.
Oh, dude, he's got a Facebook page, Tim. Where are you? I'm posting it in the notes, so then you can go there.
Yes. Dude,
Carl
I've been yawning
Bushby.
for like the last 2 minutes.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you or anything.
Oh,
I'm
frick.
freaking tired, dude.
Yeah.
Doing the
Global network connection.
oh, I'm gonna have a hard time getting into my bed. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a hard time getting out of my chair. I can already feel it. Eyes,
Yeah,
tries, and thighs, brother.
that's all right. Carl Bushby's, I guess, still in Bulgaria. It looks like he hasn't really moved much, so.
Well, I mean, he's walking, so
Well,
how fast do you expect him to move, Dan?
I mean, it's one of those things where he's probably enjoying himself in Bulgaria. It looks like he was making a bike or something, or doing something with a bike. I don't know.
Hmm.
But no,
Neat.
Carl Bushby has an actual Facebook
Okay.
page. You can go to carl.bushby.odyssey.xxi, and then that's his Facebook page. And you can go there and add him as a friend if you want.
Dude, maybe I
But
might follow him with her podcast channel
do it, dude.
page,
Do it. Do it.
and then I'll be like, yo, give me more
Let us
live
know.
updates because my friend looks you up every like third episode because we keep forgetting to do the Carl Bushby Watch because you barely upload.
Basically.
Oh, but yeah, no, I think this is a good place to end the podcast. Is
I
here.
think so too. I think we'll have to do the Carl Bushby once every week, just because then that gives us enough time to find an update.
Okay. So let's do the Carl Bushby.
We'll do it next episode.
I was gonna say we'll talk about it and come up with one of our recording days, and then
Carl
you
Bushby?
guys will find out when.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to listen to find out.
Yeah. So,
Don't go look it up, because if you go and look it up, that's cheating.
yeah, don't look at where Carl Bushby is. We'll update you.
We'll
So,
update you. We will be your source of information.
yeah, we'll be your Bush source.
Your Bush source. Yikes, Tim. All right. Well, I guess because I led us in so poorly, I'll let it lead us out very poorly as well. Watching Thank You, Homies Late Night, Dan, Tim. Night good. Adios. Does that work?
Hasta lasagna, don't get any on you.
I've never heard that before, believe it.